Hey, everybody, and welcome back to some Advent calendar reveals. Now, we do apologize. We're super far behind. We've had some goings on here that have caused me and Lee to be on the bar a little bit more, and we just have not had any time. So we do apologize for that, but we are going to come to you today and run over the 4 that we've missed, and that will include today's. So, starting off, we'll start with the Lazy River Ale. Now, all of these beers, just so you know, are on tap right now in the tap room. Obviously, that's where things are. So you can find them in cans and stuff in other places, but they are on tap at Elk River. So lighter beer, 4%, 3 and change, I believe, for the SMR. This is SRM. Dyslexia kicks in again. But this is very similar to our Elkton Light beer. It does have some differences. The main one is it is brewed with Meyer lemons put into it, so you do get a much more prevalent citrus kick to it. This is a wonderful beer for going on the boat, sitting on your deck, or if you kind of want to go a little easier that night, something that's going to treat you a little bit nicer than some of our heavy beers. Very good. It's a very refreshing beer. Yep, nice and citrusy. Tastes just like it should. So like I said, and a reminder, all of these on tap. So moving on to what was day 18. So that is our Done Right IPA. So that is our house double IPA or Imperial, whichever way you want to go with it. 7.5%, 111 IBU, 11.2 SMR. You should already have one of those, Lee. SRM. It's going to happen. Just let me do my thing. But this has a lot of American hops in it. It has a decent amount of specialty grain. I think there are 4 specialty grains to give it a little bit extra maltiness and kind of balance the flavor of the hop some. But you do get a hop forward taste on the front of it. So you do get that citrus, do get that pine. Kind of those are your bigger flavors in that. But one that we generally always have on tap is one of our core beers. If for some reason we don't have it, that means my fermenter blew up. Who knows? Let's hope that never happens. But like I said, it's a standard pour for us, always good. One that you can definitely find some of our locals and regulars going for all the time. Very, very wonderful. All right, now moving on to day 19. Once Lee puts his beer down, is the Kona's Coconut IPA. So this was actually the first one of our Doghouse or Dog Brew series, named after a super sweet and lovely Great Dane that you do see a picture of on your screen. Kona, owned by 2 of our regulars that come to the bar all the time. Sadly, Kona passed away this year. So this was she got the first beer, the celebratory beer, tribute beer to a much loved and much missed pet and friend companion. So we do raise our glass to her anytime we do it. I'm getting ready to pour them now. But this particular one is brewed through the whole brew process. There are 36 pounds of shredded coconut, mainly untoasted. There are about 6 or so, like 6-ish pounds of that are toasted. That goes in after fermentation. That way you do not get that suntanny taste that you can with a lot of coconut products. So this one is far more mellowed out. You get a lovely nose of coconut. You get a lovely taste of it as well. It is definitely prevalent through the beer. The hops used in that all have kind of tropical fruit notes. So they pair very nicely with that coconut. So you're going to get a lot of mango, pineapple, all that kind of stuff rolling through it. A lot of those hops are traditionally used in hazies. But for this one, we're going to roll it through and have them pair nicely with that coconut and the malt used. Probably one of my favorite beers that we currently have on tap right now. Absolutely adore it. It is 7.3%, 94 IBU, and 14.2 SMR, so a little bit darker. SRM. Shut up, Lee. Let me do it. It makes sense in my head. Leave me alone. No one asked you. Go click your buttons and get off my screen.
SMR that like weird sex?
No, that's ASRM or something. Okay. ASMR. That's the one where the people like crinkle things in the camera. And it's supposed to be relaxing or stimulating. No judgment. All right. So finally, moving on, we have our house standard IPA. This is the Elk River IPA. It is one that we have had on probably since the beginning. I wasn't here then, but Leo now. It is our flagship IPA, the one that you will find in most places, on tap here all the time. It is a 6.5% beer, 53 IBU, 10.5%. Now this one doesn't
10.5 SR.
10.5 SR. I've had a long day so far. I've already kegged one beer, getting ready to transfer another, cleaned a tank, ran a water sample, and did some other stuff. Some of us have been busy doing physical things and unloaded a grain order. So
it's true.
No. But this one does have a wonderful malt note to it. Hops take a secondary position to this beer. So it is definitely I like to call it an entry-level IPA, something that is very easy to drink. It's a little bit higher ABV than like a session, but it is a very, very easy to drink IPA. You have some friends that aren't sure, trying to get into the craft beer, want to get into IPA liking. This is definitely one to have them try. It goes down smooth. Nothing's ever offensive by it. That malt note pairs really, really nicely with the smaller amount of hops that are there with that lower IBU that it has. Got one of them right. So you said weird sex thing. So you started this.
Okay.
But those are the Advent beers that we have going on today, or the Elk River's today's beer. The other ones were the ones from the previous days. We do, again, apologize for being behind. Life gets in the way, to paraphrase Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. What? I love that movie. You let me be. Ian Malcolm's a great person. But we look forward to seeing you guys come in tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of those beers. And as always, if you take any pictures, anything, post them on social media, please tag us. Hashtag ERBC Advent Calendars. Also, you can use my handle and Lee's. That's Esley Lewis or Caught in the Net. So please post that stuff. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're talking about. Salud.